All right, we are back on the record in file 23110FC. It's people of the state of Michigan versus Shanda Vander Ark. This is day 4 of a jury trial. Record should reflect that Mr. Johnson is present in the courtroom representing Ms. Vander Ark. Mr. Roberts is here on behalf of the people of the state of Michigan. Ms. Vander Ark is not present. My understanding, Mr. Johnson, is that she is suffering some medical distress this morning, and I know you want to put something on the record regarding that before we go forward, so you may proceed.
I do, Your Honor. My client is suffering a medical issue. We were hoping that given some time this morning, we'd be able to get her to a point where she'd be able to come and join us. She'd be competent to do so. The court has been gracious for a trial that's supposed to start at 9 o'clock. It's now 10 minutes to 11, and we appreciate the court's grace in allowing us to work with her and hopefully get her to the point where she can come and participate in her own trial. I must report to the court at this point that situation has not occurred. That she at this point is not able to participate in trial given this medical situation. As a result of that, she's been basically, we've gone over a couple of options. One, ask to adjourn this case until a later date, but quite frankly, the situation that brought on this medical situation is occurring and is part of the stress of being on trial. So the reality is we couldn't guarantee the court that as of Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday of next week that we'd be in a different situation than they are in right now. And in fact, for the record, I anticipate we'd be right back to where we are right now, even if we waited a few days to work on things. Given that situation, I explained to my client her options. She could come up to the courtroom on her own volition or with assistance and participate in the hearing, or she could waive her right to be here and avoid this, and not avoid, but to not participate as we go forward. She has chosen the latter. She's chosen to waive her right to be here. She's requesting not to come back again. For this purpose, she is not requesting an iPad or any other aid to allow her to watch the proceedings from where she is. She is content to rest at this point and simply allow her legal team to go forward, representing her in this matter and concluding this particular trial. Therefore, I'm asking the court at this point to continue with the trial and without my client being present. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, my understanding too, as well as speaking to the deputies, I mean, as was asking, hey, what's going on with the progress, and they indicated that she had made some statements that she potentially could hurt herself. Is that correct, your understanding?
I didn't hear them, but I heard those comments from a source that I rely on and have no basis to believe that's not accurate. And quite frankly, in conjunction with my experience with her this morning, I can see how she might have made those statements.
Okay, all right, so that was also a concern for the court as well. So, Mr. Roberts, any comments you wish to make on that?
Your Honor, the only thing I would ask, if we could at some point, and we don't necessarily have to do it right now, is because this is a critical stage of the proceedings, that we would have something at the time it becomes available, something in writing from her, waiving her right to be here. In terms of her not being present, we also have to address the fact that she did not answer the jurors' questions. I've indicated in chambers that while I certainly recognize that the court rules do allow for jurors to ask questions here, that it is certainly not been a practice for a very long period of time, just recently adopted by the Supreme Court as a practice, and that I would think we could proceed without her presence and without answering the jurors' questions. I think we have to address it in some fashion for the jurors so they understand that, and they're obviously smart enough to look over the table and see that she's not here. But I don't believe that would in any way cause her testimony to be stricken here or allow the jury, put the jury in a position where they're not allowed to at least consider the testimony that has been given. It's probably frustrating for them, but quite frankly, a few of those questions were questions that weren't going to be able to be asked anyway because of different legal reasons. So I don't think there's anything here that we need to do in terms of, besides addressing it for the jury, however the court sees fit, and getting it in writing at this point.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, any objection to proceeding without the jury questions being asked? I know that I told both attorneys in chambers, it's a little bit frustrating to me because I think it, we told the jury where they have an opportunity to answer questions and they're getting deprived of that opportunity, but Mr. Roberts is correct, it's a relatively new practice. Are you okay proceeding without having those questions asked to your client?
I am, Your Honor, and I amplify what Mr. Roberts has just said. There are some courts in this, even in this building, who do not even allow questions at this juncture. So it is a relatively new process. It is a situation that's unavoidable. I think the court is justified in informing the jury that those questions won't be asked and then proceeding forward.
Okay. In terms of preference, Mr. Johnson, of what to tell the jury versus not tell the jury, my thinking, we could go as vague as, unfortunately, she's not available this morning. We could say she's had a medical emergency and she cannot be here. I guess it's, I don't want anything we say to the jury to potentially prejudice her, but I'll leave it to you for your input, what you would prefer from the court.
Your Honor, I think what the court has expressed here in this courtroom is appropriate, and what we've expressed in the chambers. I have no problems leaving it to the court's. I'm not going to try to micromanage the things the court says. Simply expressing that she can't be here. It's a medical situation.
Okay.
That's all we've asked for, and I think that's appropriate.
Okay, is that acceptable to you, Mr. Roberts?
I'd have to defer to the defense on this question anyway, Judge, so that's fine.
All right, anything